Awesome. Okay, so I wanted to have this call because we have some new coaches, kind of an influx of new coaches, and some that are ready to get back in the game. And I wanted to just kind of have a circle all together for everyone to ask questions, to go through like a checklist of what you can be doing right now, starting now and tomorrow, moving forward, and kind of what our team is about and what we have to bring to the table for you, because you're not on an island and you did join a team, whether your coach is coaching or not, or whether your coach is the top in the company. I know, Susie's got, Zaina's your personally sponsored, right, Suze? Yeah. We are bigger than that also. So this is TeamHeart. I founded this team 5 years ago, and I started out as your regular discount coach. I just couldn't afford Shakeology on its own. I didn't have a pot to piss in. We had just moved to a new house. I was 9 months pregnant, and I quit my corporate job, and I thought that I wanted to just be a stay-at-home mom. I thought that that was my calling. So quit my job, popped out a baby boy, and very quickly realized that the stay-at-home mom job was not only was it not fulfilling for me, it was actually, it just depleted me. I just couldn't find much to be happy about except staring at this baby boy all day. And I gained weight. I was, hi, Am, welcome. Hi. I had a number of ailments that had just kind of trickled in all at once at the ripe old age of 31. And I fell apart. My husband has always been healthy his whole life. He has always been fit. He has always been a planner, very smart, kind of the opposite of what I was. And so I had a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of like, almost where it's like, F that, you go do your healthy stuff and I'll go eat my Pop-Tarts and sit in the corner and cry. For whatever reason, I had a crazy come to Jesus moment or come to whoever moment. And I fell in the middle of my kitchen with Miles in my arms, and I just burst into tears. I was like, I'm so sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And I hopped my happy little butt down the street to this
on my computer
24-hour fitness. And I asked and begged my husband to give me a gym membership. And he said, I don't think we have that money, but okay, if that's what's going to make you happy. And I accidentally fell into a PIO class. And that was before there was DVDs. PIO wasn't even around then. The PIO DVDs had not come out yet. So I was experiencing PIO live inside the gym. Long story longer, just happened to meet the co-creator of PIO, who was the instructor at 24 Hour. And we developed somewhat of a friendship. And she says to me, dude, you need to start drinking Shakeology. And I look at her and I'm like, girlfriend, you can't sell me anything. I've been in sales my whole life. I'm cool. I'm okay. I eat lean cuisines every day and I'm good. And she's like, just try it. So, I, for lack of a better word, effed up the first 3 shakes of the samples that she gave me. And I was like, what is this? This is awful. Turns out it was user error. She made it for me and I realized I was just making it all wrong. And the rest is history. I fell in love with how it made me feel. All of a sudden, the ailments of my IBS, my insomnia, my skin, I started to lose weight. Everything started to change at such a crazy pace that I was almost like, this is how do I get this? And I had to sell stuff in my closet to afford my very first challenge pack. So how was I going to do it again the next month? So she's like, well, you're military, so you get a discount on top of the discount. So military members, they waive the $15.95 monthly fee every single month that other people have to pay. So I was like, oh, duh, of course I'm going to do that. So I decide I'm going to do this. And mind you guys, I started coaching, in the beginning of my journey. I started coaching before I felt results, but I hadn't seen any crazy results. But I knew that I needed that discount. So along with the discount, I just started becoming this little awesome hamster on this hamster wheel of, this is getting better and better and better. And the more I put in, the more I put into my health, the more I put into my fitness, the more I put in to continue and to be consistent with my shake, everything started to change. And literally people saw me and would comment and say, you're like walking taller. Your smile is bigger. I just don't know how it could get bigger because my fake smile was pretty big. And I said, gosh, and I just started shouting from the rooftops. I'm like, you have no idea. Like, I'm eating well. I'm doing this like silly thing with these containers. It sounds so stupid, but I'm telling you, it's so simple and it works. I just did this 3-day refresh where I thought that every kind of cleanse was a juice cleanse, but this was not like that at all. I got to be a part of the test group of the 3-day refresh, and it rocked my world. And I just started talking, and I talked from a place that was so much different than anywhere I'd ever been my whole life. I spent, the majority of my 20s in sales, and I could pretty much sell anything to anyone. I literally sold cars. I sold cars and I sold yellow pages. Those are pretty hard things to sell. But when it came to this, it was so organic. It was so raw, and it pulled at my heartstrings because of how much it was changing me, that I just couldn't help but not share it. So I started sharing it, and that's where we are today. You're literally sitting on a team of 650 coaches strong all over around the world. It's a multi-level marketing company, Beachbody. Been around, we've had coaching now for 11 years. And this is the top multi-level marketing business to make, one, an impact, and two, a real successful income. I didn't believe it. I told my husband, and I'm never afraid to talk money. Ask Patty, ask Amber. I am never afraid to throw the bottom line out there, because I was the skeptic. I went to my upline, who is Michelle Park. She's the one in the PIO DVDs. She could probably hear me from my house. We live in the same neighborhood. And I went to her and I was like, what could I really do with this business? And she was like, it takes work and it takes time, but man, like, the sky's the limit. And she's so busy. She has so much on her plate that I just kind of had to throw myself into the mix and figure out how to get training, figure out how I had to fake it till I make it. And I'm telling you right now, that was the best advice. That was the best way to do it. Just start. Don't think that you have to learn everything right now, because then you'll never start. If you just sit and start to learn everything, you'll never really begin. So fake it till you make it, but also know that we are here. And this is my livelihood. This is my job. I'm here for questions, and I'm here to point you in the right direction. And I'm here to strategize, because when it gets into the business building part, there is a chess game to play, and I want you to maximize your income, because this is a business. So bottom line is this: whether you're on this call because you want the discount on Shakeology, no worries. Awesome. We love that, because that means you're putting an investment into you every single day. We're all about that. If you are on this call and you joined as a coach because you don't care how much money, you don't care about really making any money, but it'd be pretty cool to, have it be a hobby, no worries. If you're on this call because you see, kids going to college down the road, because you see an awesome family vacation, because you see quitting your full-time job, if you see it as that, we're here to run. I'm here to run with you side by side and show you the ropes of this business. Bottom line, I told my husband I wanted to make $5,000 a month, and he patted me on the back and he said, that would be awesome, babe. That would be crazy amazing. And 8 months later down the road, when I looked back at my statement and I saw that I had made $5,400 that month, I presented it to him in a big red bow and I said, I did it. And he bought me a big bottle of fancy champagne and we went out to dinner and we celebrated. And then 3 months later, I wrapped another big bow and I said, look, I made $8,000 this month. And we bought a bottle of champagne and we celebrated. And then I wrapped a big red bow and I said, look, I helped over 650 people. And that was like the biggest celebration we had ever had. Tears and just how proud he was of me because I set a goal out to change lives. And oh, by the way, it also changed our life in the process. So I'm telling you guys, you join the right team. TeamHeart is about doing this where it pulls at your heartstrings when you help someone. And then all of a sudden you look in your bank account and you're like, wow, I did that. I can't even believe that was possible. So I'll dive in to give you guys a checklist of like how to start, what to do, so that you can feel a little bit more confident in where you're going. Let's see. First we kind of have to build a solid foundation. A lot of people fizzle out at the 3-month mark because they think that they were going to strike it rich quick, and they don't. And they're like, oh, it must not work. So that is not the case here. This is the compound effect, and this does require consistency. I started working my business 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour at night. And then I switched to 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours at night. And now I'm back to the 1 hour and the 1 hour, but my business is still growing. So it took me 4 hours a day to earn less money, but now I'm making more money and it's 2 hours a day, but I never stopped. It stays consistent. It's like that pot of boiling water. Once you get it boiling, if you turn off the burner, it gets cold. And how long does it take to boil again? So simmer. You can build this momentum right now because you have that fire, because you all are seeing results and you all are on that high. And once that starts to die a little, you got to keep it simmering. Because once it gets cold, it's hard to relight that fire again. Trust me. Have a baby. Trust me. So don't think that after 3 months, if you're not, making 6 figures, it doesn't work. Because it does, but it just takes time. So real quick, we'll go over a few things. I want to talk about how Beachbody works. There is a magic key to success. There really is. There's 4 magic keys to success with this business. And if you do these 4 things, things will happen. The first, I'll share my screen with you. Get rid of that. Okay. Of course, there's something covering where I want to share the screen. There we go. Okay. So give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Cool. All right. So our number 1 vital behavior for Beachbody and for TeamHeart is invite. It has so many different meanings, but it really just means on the daily, you're inviting people to your journey. Don't let that scare you. You're not a salesperson. You're not an expert. You're not a fitness trainer. You don't know everything. You're simply just on this journey and you're inviting others along the ride with you, side by side. You might have paved the way because you started first, but don't let that scare you to think that this coach title is super, super, super scary and overwhelming. It's not. We're just coaches because we paved the way. We started a little bit before everybody else, and we're like, hey, dude, I need the accountability. I'm inviting you on your own journey, but let's do this together, homie. You've got different goals. I've got different goals. Let's crush them together. You're helping people get results. And guess what? When you invite people and you invite people and you keep inviting people, you keep upping your ante. You keep upping your results. You just keep getting better. The more people that you keep inviting along your journey, it's like building your own personal cheer squad. You're cheering them along. They're cheering you along. It's like not rocket science, but it works. Obviously, teamwork makes the dream work. Number 2, be proof the products work. We all are on this call and we all are that. We drink Shakeology on the daily. We do our Beachbody programs from home. We are basically walking success stories in progress. Like our after photos are, how many after photos are we going to have, right? There's never an end after photo. We're always just constantly getting better. Of course, we're going to have setbacks. You think you're going to fall on your face at some point in your journey? Heck yes. Share that. Don't be perfect. Being proof the products work doesn't mean that you're some superhuman that doesn't have bad days or eat a pizza and go through the drive-thru at In-N-Out like I just did. We're all human, but I woke up this morning, I drank my shake, and 45 minutes ago I pressed play because it's part of my vital behavior. Number 3, do personal development. This is key. If you want to make it in this business and you want to help ease the stress that sometimes this can come with, because of course it's a people business and with people comes a little bit of stress, personal development will change your world. The very first time I started getting calls from customers complaining, I started to feel this pain in my chest. I suffer from pretty severe social anxiety and just generalized anxiety. And with these calls of people saying, I got the wrong shipment, or at the time we had a really shitty, excuse my language, website. And it was like, the website's down. I can't get a hold of anybody. It's not working. And blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of panicked. And I went into some like, I don't want to do this anymore. No, I'm done. No more. Like, I don't want to deal with customer service. And this isn't fun anymore. And I don't like it. And then I started doing PD. Then I started reading, I think my first book was You're a Badass. And that helped really not just thicken my skin, but it just helped give me the positive reinforcement that I was looking for to say, yo, dude, every single job is going to have shit sandwiches. Every single thing that you choose to do, is going to have a small level of stress. Even things that you're passionate about will give you a little bit of stress. And some of it's good. Some of it helps push you in the right direction. And some of it's bad. But the PD is non-negotiable also. 10 minutes a day. I have Audible through Amazon. It's $15 a month. And I listen to all my books on Audible because let's be honest, I ain't got time to read. I love a lot of Gabrielle Bernstein. I love Brene Brown like no other. I know a lot of people love Rachel Hollis. Not my cup of tea, but hey, I mean, the whole universe loves her. Podcasts, whatever, 10 minutes a day. It's my favorite part to do my PD before I invite. It kind of gives me that level up. It gives me that, oh my God, it lights a fire. And then I can go out and be like, what's up, girlfriend? I have a challenge group coming on this date. You need to join us. I get more confident and I feel much more empowered when I do that in that order. And then number 4 is huge. It's a big deal for me. It's recognize. As moms, and especially as women, who recognizes us? Like, when do we ever have somebody like pat us on the back or slap our fine ass and say, dang girl, you're doing a good job? Or did you see you in that workout? You crushed it. Or, oh my gosh, your outfit is amazing. Or, God, that presentation that you did at work, you killed it. Like, we just don't get that as adult women. It's so hard. Even from our friends, it's not a known thing to recognize other women and shout them out. We freaking do. If you are a part of the TeamHeart page, which you absolutely should be without a doubt, because you are in the TeamHeart Dynasty, you will know that twice a week there is recognition going on our page, and it is so important. It is important to see your name in lights when you have worked your tush off. So remember that. And it doesn't need to be recognizing, somebody that's a part of your team or recognizing a challenger, because you might not have those yet. But what about just recognizing, in social media and using social media for good, recognizing a friend, recognizing a family member, shouting them out for, the healthy meal that they posted, giving people a pat on the back always comes back twofold. So those are our 4 vital behaviors. Those are the secrets to success. You do those on the daily. They take roughly 20 minutes. You are going to build a compound effect. You are going to be consistent. You are going to see things coming back. You are planting seeds. And in time, you look back and you're like, I'm building this legacy. Let's walk through, or anyone have any questions with these vital behaviors before we move on? Good. All right.
Do them. Do them. Do them. Do them. Do them.
Oh,
do them. Do them. I cannot emphasize that enough. Do them, especially personal development. I don't think I would have gotten through this at all at the beginning without personal development, because you're putting yourself out there. You're outside of your comfort zone. This is so good. Beachbody is so good. The thing we have to offer people is so good. And anytime that you start tackling something that is so good, that's really going to make things good around you, it gets scary. It gets scary because it pushes you outside of your comfort zone. You're all of a sudden like, I actually want to do something like this. And it requires that you grow as a person, not just in your physical body, but as your emotional, mental self. So do the personal development. Don't be afraid to invite. People will tell you no. People will ignore you. A lot of people will say like, tell me more, right?
Yeah.
They'll come back in your 6 months. Wait, can we talk about that again? Don't even worry about it. Don't be a jerk as you're talking to them. Then you don't have to feel bad about it, and they'll appreciate it in the long run.
Exactly.
That's what she says.
And spoken like a true diamond coach. So what she says, take to heart, because clearly it's worked. All right. So I want to go through a few things on like your back office. I want to help you like get the ball rolling and get started, and make sure you have these things checked off your list. So feel free to write this down. I'm just going to log in. To show you where things are, the few things that you're going to utilize the most. Let's go here. So for me, when I log into Google, I have the Coach Online Office saved. This is so not working. Hang on. Okay. Can you see my Team Beachbody? Okay, cool. So coach.teambeachbody.com. That's where you log in. I have that saved as on my home screen as one of my bookmarks. I sign in. First order of business for all of you guys is to make sure that you have your EFT set up, which is how you get paid. So you don't get checks in the mail. So you're going to go to maybe you're going to go there. You are going to go to monitor my business and then my EFT management. And that's where you're going to put in your routing number, your bank account number, so that you make sure that you get paid. We get paid every Thursday. Our weeks start on Thursday and end on Thursday. That's why you'll see recognition done on Thursday. That's our day. That's our payday. That's our celebratory day. That's where we recognize and we shout from the rooftops, which is today. Very exciting. Okay. So your next step is to go to your downline. And what I want everybody to do, because I'm going to give you next steps on where to go from here, but I want to make sure you're set and you know what to do. Your preferred placement. Preferred placement, I won't even get into the nitty gritty of this because it gets confusing and I don't want to overwhelm you. You have two legs when it comes to Beachbody. You have a right leg and a left leg. If I'm mirroring, right leg, left leg. Don't worry about that one. That means yet, but just know that you have the ability to move this. You have the ability to set the preferred placement. And when it comes to becoming Emerald, I helped Elisha with this just a couple weeks ago. You have to make sure that your coaches who are about to sign up go to the right leg. If they don't go to the right leg, no worries. You have 5 days to go ahead and get on online chat and change them. But you control your business. You control where each new coach goes. Never, ever, ever do first available. Ever. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay. So another amazing part about this new website is here. This big, awesome, far right under support. Okay, guys, when in doubt, Google it out. That's kind of how we live life, right? Well, for Beachbody, when in doubt, freaking FAQ. I'm here for you. Your coach, your upline is there for you. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to find the answer that you need in FAQ. It's like the Beachbody Google. You type in a question and it spits out a magic answer. So you have these, questions floating in your mind. Get to the FAQ. Type in random questions just to kind of learn a little bit. Other awesome, I pretty much live under support. Between monitor my business and support is where I live when it comes to the coach online office. Here is how you send people how to order. So you're inviting, right? You're doing the vital behaviors. You're inviting, you're like, hey girl, I have the next challenge group. It starts on, write this down if you're having people join my challenge group. It starts on, I wrote it down. Whatever the day after Easter is. What's the day after Easter? It starts the day after Easter. And that's the prep week. I want to say April
22nd.
April 22nd. So April 22nd is the kickoff day and the prep week begin for the next challenge group. So you're like, hey, girlfriend, I am co-leading a challenge group, a virtual, accountability group with my girlfriend. It starts on April 22nd. You got to do it with me. I did this last one. It was a game changer. You got to do it with me. And she's like, I think I want to do it. I want to know more. And instead of just rattling off all the cool things that the challenge group did for you, step back for a hot second and listen. Ask your girlfriend what her goals are for spring. Kind of get in bed with them before you start diarrhea of the mouth, saying how amazing the challenge group is and how awesome Shakeology is and how great Beachbody on Demand is. We talk a lot more than we ever really need to, and we need to listen a little bit better. And your girlfriend comes back and says, dang, things have sucked lately. I go into my closet to get ready for work and I can't find anything to wear because my clothes don't fit. And you're like, dude, do this with me. You're not going to regret it. And she's like, okay, I'm in. So you decipher what she needs, whether it's, the 2B mindset because she struggles with emotional eating, or if it's the containers because she needs something structured and that it worked well for you. And she says, okay. And you help her pick a Shakeology flavor and you're like, okay, cool. All I need is your email address and I'm going to share a cart with you and I'm going to submit you. I'm going to send you a link and you're all set. So we can place orders for our people and they'll automatically get it, versus go to my website, click the right button, scroll down. It's so much more high speed than it ever was when I first started. So share a cart, super easy. All you need is their email address and whatever you want to add into their cart. That's it. Sends it right off. You're set. That's where I live. These are the places that between FAQ and share a cart. This is what, how I run my business. Now I'm going to share something. I'm going to share my screen one more time. And unfortunately, my last computer, tell me if you can see this. My last computer died. So the PowerPoint presentation that is super rad, I'm going to play it in an old recording of a team call. So you're going to see other people on the right, but they're not really there. But it's muted. So the first step right up the gates of this business is to advance in rank. Becoming emeralds is key and powerful. One, for your momentum, and two, for your investment in building this as a business. So emerald is 2 personally sponsored coaches, one on your right leg and one on your left. Now they're active coaches, so they have 50 PV. 50 PV is just personal volume, but Shakeology is 90 PV. So if they're on Shakeology, they're automatically active. And crazy cool, Beachbody has so many things to be active with now. When I first became a coach, it was pretty much just Shakeology. Now we have the entire performance line. We have our, our pre-workout, our post-workout, our nighttime workout, our hydrate, all of our nutritional programs. We have gear. We have beach bars. I don't know how I go a day without having a beach bar. And we have so much stuff to stay active. But when you do get to this new rank, this emerald rank, that is when you start reaping the benefits of a team. That's when you start reaping the benefits of this huge team that you join, this downline. That's where the multi-level marketing comes in. Not a pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing. That's where it all starts to come into play, because you reap the benefits of your team by way of a cycle bonus. But in order to cycle bonus, you must have 2 coaches of your own. You will start to see, after you have 2 coaches of your own, you will start to log in and look at your downline, which you'll be able to see under Monitor My Business. You'll start to see coaches that you don't know placed in your downline. And that is your team adding coaches. It just like this. It just keeps going down and down and down. That's why you want to sign your spouse or your best friend up as soon as possible and somebody else as soon as possible, so that you kind of beat the other person. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I sign a coach tomorrow, it's going to go under someone. It better be you. If Patty signs a coach tomorrow, it's going to go under someone. It's not going to go under someone if you're not emerald. If you're not emerald, the only opportunity to make money in this business is to earn a commission off of product. 25% commission, roughly $35 in Shakeology, and $40 to $60 per challenge pack. But don't be a salesperson. Lead a team. It makes a difference. It ups the ante, and it really turns this into a real, true legacy. The coolest part about when you get to Emerald, Beachbody just starts sending you free leads. Free leads from people that go to like beachbody.com and order something. They'll just send them to you. There's a moth flying around. If I start to scream, you know why. Oh my God, it's running into the wall. Okay, I'm gonna hold this together. I'm gonna make it. We're good. You can receive free leads. And the coolest thing about free leads is that they're not just, they're actual customers. So their very first order that they place on beachbody.com, that volume will go to Beachbody, but their next order, you will accrue that or make that commission. Guys, and it's just by accident. It's not like the top coach gets the best customers. It just is down the line. I have free leads that have, one, turned into coaches. Two, I have a lawyer who gets like 6 bags of Shakeology a month. What? 6 bags of Shakeology a month? Just given to me. And I make the commission on that. It's awesome to have these free leads, and you'll get all of their information. You don't even have to communicate with them. If you don't even reach out to them and they still just order, you're their coach. But the cool thing is you can shoot them a quick email. Hey, girlfriend, I was assigned to be your coach. What program are you doing? I'm doing this program, and here's a great recipe for Shakeology that I love. Tell me which one's your favorite. Start a dialogue. You never know where it's going to go. The customers and the free leads are where it's at. So the second most amazing thing about being Emerald, or the biggest thing, is that now you have a team. You have a team, you have people. Like, people is a big deal. I never had any people. I wasn't really a people person. I have this thing called social anxiety. How do I have people now? And how do I love it? And how do I thrive off of it? Because I had to start, and I was told I had to get to Emerald, and I did. And I started doing PD, and now people's like my jam. So Emerald, how do you get to Emerald? My quickest advice, so that I can get everybody on their way, is find 2 people, get out there and start. Share this amazing opportunity. My very first coach is for sure my husband. My very second coach was my very first customer, and that was Audrey Russell. And now she leads Team Holy Fit, like, to the ends of the world. So you never know who your first coach is going to be, or who your second coach is going to be, but you should know who your first coach is going to be. And it should be your biggest supporter, whether that's your mom, whether that's your best friend, whether that's your husband. The coolest thing about having a spouse or boyfriend or a girlfriend is you control their business. So Michael's my first coach, which means he's at the top of all of the volume for the entire team. We're talking like hundreds of thousands of PV a week. And I control that business. So it's like having 2 separate businesses. And he earns, his W-2 is something, or his 1099 is something like $30,000. What does he do? He doesn't work this business, It's just another opportunity to build. The best tip I can give you for getting to Emerald would be, once you have people in a challenge group, which April 22nd or April 21st, whatever the day starts, you start cheering them along. You start doing exactly what all of you guys did in the last challenge group, which was fire, by the way. And the next one's going to be just as badass. You do what you did in the last one. And as it's starting to die down, or we're coming to the end of the group, you reach out to your people and you say, like, what's up? Like, what's up? How are you loving it? How much are you loving Shakeology? How much are you loving Beachbody On Demand? How much are you loving this group? And it'd be super weird if in one of our groups someone responded and said, it's okay. Or, oh man, I hate Shakeology, or it doesn't work for me, or whatever. You're most likely going to get, wow, like, I'm shocked. I did not expect this. It's so, it's kind of the missing piece that I've been looking for, and I didn't even know I was missing. And that's when you start talking about the discount on Shakeology, because that's how most of us get started. We get started with the discount, and you follow up with the coach opportunity. That's pretty much everything that I try to like cram into one. I could go on and on because I want to help light your fire and answer all your questions. But the key is just to start. The key is just to reach out to people. Most of the time, your family and your best friend are going to hold back a little bit when you do something new, and probably just wait to see what happens. But a lot of the times, what you do on social media, people that are like, friends from high school. I mean, how did you all get started? Someone from down the line that you went to high school with had an awesome transformation and you reached out to them. Like, think about that. Think about how you started and what you can do now for those people to find you, and all of the potential people that you have to help that aren't totally in your comfort circle right now. Go help them. Before I wrap up, Patty, you want to add anything before I ask any questions, or anyone ask questions? Did I mute you?
No, I figured it out. Oh, that's so good. You guys, this team is so great. Serena, I love you. It takes courage all I would say is it takes courage to jump in. So jumping in, being a coach is crazy awesome accountability for yourself to stay in the fitness thing. Like, how many of us have done something for 4 to 6 months even, and then you poop out of it, right? And you go back to where you were physically or whatever it was. And coaching and actively coaching, talking to people, sharing your journey with people keeps you in the game. So that part is awesome. And then as you are actively sharing it with people and you see people's lives change because you shared something with them, wow, it's so rad. I've been in this for just over 2 years, and I have a handful of challengers who have been here like since my first challenge group. And it's so awesome to hear the things that they talk about now as far as like what they can do, or when they feel like they're like off the wagon. And I'm like, hold up, let's go back 2 years ago to what falling off the wagon used to look like and what it looks like now, where you like went on vacation and you just didn't care, but that was only a week. And now you're like back to paying attention, taking care of yourself, loving on your body. It's so, so good. So in light of that, the other thing that I would throw out there, and if it's intimidating to you, then ditch it. But for me, it was a good, I need structure, I need rails. So hitting Success Club every month is clutch. It's so clutch. It really helps you know that your business is absolutely moving forward. And that's helping 3 people into a challenge pack, at least 3 people. And it's awesome. It builds the momentum for you in them feeling like they belong to somebody, and them feeling they belong to a group of people. And that the momentum just pushes itself, like Serena was talking about before. So it means you need to invite a handful of people, but you also need to know that when you invite people, like I said before, if they don't respond or whatever, they'll come back later. It's worth doing that. And you end up getting a handful of Success Club points every month for work that you did like 6 months ago, right? So it's really starts feeding itself, and hitting that Success Club. Not only does Beachbody just like incentivize like crazy for you, it's totally fun. Like that coach sweat right there. Yep. And but that's how you know that's where you're actually making some money, because then you know you're at least making $150 that month off of those 3 challenge packs, and you're creating a community and things are moving forward. And it's just a great way to get after it.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't dive into Success Club because I want you to keep the focus on advancing in rank so that you start reaping the benefits of the team, and you would hit Success Club in the meantime of getting there. But the 4 vital behaviors came about for people to hit this weird word, this club called Success Club. And it is the rails how Beachbody kind of has explained to us. This is what will help your business moving forward. Help at least 3 people every single month start on a brand new program and Shakeology, and that they call it a challenge pack. Beachbody realized that they have the trifecta, but they were selling it all separate. They were like, would you like who wants Shakeology? Who wants P90X? Who wants a 21-day fix? So it was like all a la carte, and everyone was seeing all these like different results. Not to mention they never had coaches. So they weren't having these like mind-blowing, life-changing, life-altering results. And they thought, wait a second, why won't we just put in one amazing, awesome Christmas gift and send it on their way and discount it, wrap it in a bow, and get people rocking and rolling right off the bat. Baby steps are for babies. Like, I have people who say, I'm just going to start with this. I'm going to start with this. I don't want to start Shakeology yet. I'm just going to start working out first. And I'm like, baby steps are for babies, yo. This is the trifecta. This is full circle. This will get you everything that you need. In one, our programs are results driven. We're not just going to the gym, taking a class from some instructor that we hope is going to teach us the right moves that are going to change our body. We're not just like lifting some weights at the gym, hoping that we burn some calories. These are like tried and true results driven workouts that deliver rapid results. Combined with Shakeology and combined with a nutritional guide, that is why our success stories are the best that I've ever seen. And that is why your success story that is happening right now is going to be magical and life-changing for not just you, not just your family, but for the people that you are going to help in the meantime. So the challenge pack ranges from like, $140 to $200 depending on what you get, because you can get it now with the performance line. You could add a 3-day refresh. You can make it, as big and all the bells and whistles as you want. And then you earn that commission, and then you get 2 Success Club points per challenge pack. So it takes 6 Success Club points to hit it. So it's 3, which is so silly. It really, I don't even go in it. It's 5. If you hit Success Club 5, you hit Success Club, but it's 2 points per challenge pack. Beachbody will have to figure that out. Other than that, I want to open it up to questions, and I want you to just ask, like, literally anything. And if you have nothing to ask, I'm going to cry. I'm kidding. I'm not going to cry. Okay. Anything. First of all, Alicia, Emerald, rock on, girlfriend. I unmuted you.
Thank you. Hi. I'm sorry that I had a meltdown in the beginning. I had to change computers, and this one doesn't have a video camera on it, so
no.
That's why I was on, and then I was off. Like, I was literally on before the call started.
No.
But yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have any questions? I just want to shout you out and congratulate you.
Oh, thank you. No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
But I was totally loving everything you're saying, and I'm like, it's everything I've been doing and totally trying to follow, just basically all those guidelines.
Yes.
So
awesome. Keep rocking.
I'm working hard. We're on what, April 4th. So I'm going to hit Success Club again this month. Just throwing it out there to the universe.
Awesome. There you go. Yeah. Elisa, she won our challenge group. Such a badass, like crazy. Can't even. Just talk about showing up. This girl shows up. I'm trying to unmute you. And well, it's not letting me.
There you go. I just want to say thank you guys, because it was like a huge, eye-opener for me, being able to finally work out and do everything else again, and it was so much fun. And you guys are awesome.
You make it freaking awesome. Are you kidding me?
My question is, are your favorite tools?
Like all my trick, like
what
apps?
Are your favorite tools? Like photo, like videos? Yes.
Good question. I have an iPhone. Do you have an iPhone?
No, I have Samsung.
Okay, but so I'm not sure if Samsung has this app. It's called Google Keep. It's a Google app. I'm sure. I feel like it wouldn't be an Apple. Google Keep is where if I come up with a script, or if I come up with something cool that I really, really like that I want to make sure I save, it's basically like your notes section, but it's so much more organized. It's easier to access. It's where I save everything in there. It's all color coordinated. I have challenge group video welcome. I have group cost, Shako intro. What is a challenge group? Refresh, transform 20 challenge pack. So like everything is just completely organized, and I would just hold down my finger and I would copy and paste it, and I would send it off, versus every single time having to go back and say, oh, someone just asked me what the nitty gritty of Shakeology home direct is. And I got to keep retyping it. That's a major time saving tool. Another thing for like my videos, Patty can chime in too. I use a time lapse video. Mine's called Speed Pro. So I'll take a video of me working out and then I'll put it in Speed Pro and speed it up, because who wants to really watch us doing real time? Plus we look really cool when we're going really fast. Photify is great. I for recognition, I use Tempo. Nope, Typorama. I stopped using writing on pictures because of the Facebook algorithms. Facebook's kind of caught on to the fact that anyone who's going to write on their photos is probably selling something. So it kind of gets lost in the thread of Facebook. So I'm trying to keep all of my photos on my personal page just me. Another app. I mean, you want the filters I use? I'm just kidding. Is there any other things like that, Patty, that you use?
Well, it just depends on how much like effort or how much time you want to put into this stuff, right? But as people talk about Instagram stories being where it's at, following your journey and all of this stuff, I use HypeType for my videos, because one of the suggestions was to kind of post just a couple clips of your workout each day so people know that, yeah, you're in it every single day. I like HypeType because you can add music, and you can also, it's kind of like an animated.
It's fun.
Oh my gosh, what am I looking for? Your words. The words that you type about whatever you're doing are kind of animated. So I like HypeType a lot. And then Canva is another one that I use if I want to make like an announcement, especially to like my team, or recognition or something like that. I haven't really found something that works so super great that way, but
a mobile app, the Coach mobile app. You can put your Coach online office on your phone, and it's coach.teambeachbody.com, but it's the mobile version. So you can access it from your phone and not have to log into like the desktop. Super, super easy. When we were coaches back in the day, or when I was a coach back in the day, our website was, oh my God, awful. So right now it's so easy to use. Beachbody on Demand, I'm sure, does it?
The other thing that I would say, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
You froze. Oh no, I was going to say the other thing that you can do, well, make sure you are doing, is listening to the wake up call every single week. It's on Monday mornings at 8:00, and they always have some coach on there talking about something that's going on with Beachbody, whether it's their own experience, or like this week's was about the importance of attending live events and how much they just are helpful. And I've never listened to one that I was like, oh, that was a waste of my time. Never. It's always super empowering and inspiring. It's a great way to get your personal development in, and you don't have to listen. You can watch it live on Facebook, but you don't have to. I never have time on Monday mornings at 8. So I usually just get it's podcasted after that on the Beachbody podcast. And I just listen to it in my car.
Let me tell you.
I would say at some point in your week, listen to that.
When you get off this call, head to Facebook and add this. You can make sure you're a part of this group. It's Team Beachbody Coach 411. And it might ask for your coach ID, but you'll join that group, and we are all a part of it. And on that Facebook page, that is where every wake up call is, one, advertised who the speaker is going to be, and two, it's there live. So you'll get a little blip if you're on Facebook, and you'll get a little reminder that says Team Beachbody Coach 411 is live right now, and you're like, oh, it's the NWC. It must be 8:00, Monday morning. and you just kind of have it on while you're, you know, on your way to work or making your kids breakfast. And you'll be able to see the people that you're friends with, i.e. your teammates, who are also on the call. So you're like, you know, when I'm doing, you know, that Amber's on, you know, that Lindsay's listening, that, Z's on, and we're all on together. It's kind of a non-negotiable. It's 30 minutes in length. It starts your week off strong. It helps inspire you. It gives you tips. It gives you announcements, and it kind of relights your fire. So yes, National Wake Up Call Monday at 8 a.m.
Every week it does. It's awesome.
Did that help answer your question, girlfriend? We took another turn.
Absolutely perfect.
Okay. Awesome.
And it's like, it's all can feel so, you get so excited that you're like, oh, but I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this. Take it one thing at a time, but still as those questions come up, just ask, because we've all been there.
Totally.
I'm so stoked to be able to be in this long enough that I'd be like, I can answer your question.
Yeah, no, me too.
It's so rad. I totally joined kind of going like, I love Shakeology. I have to, my husband's stealing my Shakeology. Like, we need to pay for this. And I told Serena, I was like, I think I could maybe be a hobby coach. And then like, as soon as I got the taste of helping people, I was like, so all in. But for me, it's the longevity thing to go, oh my gosh, 2 years later, I'm still here. I'm still helping people. That like gives you so much self-belief. It's so rad to be a part of an awesome team, but to have something you can really believe in to help yourself and to help people. It's so killer. It's so killer. Stick with it.
Not to mention the trip that I just got back from, guys. Let's just, that Success Club trip. I'm just saying, you help 3 people every month. You do it consistently. And all of a sudden at the end of the year, Beachbody is like, so would you like to come on a cruise? Like, not too shabby. I'm telling you, they wined and dined us and took care of you couldn't even, like, you can't believe. It's pretty awesome. There's so much more I could go into, but I know you'll have to get on with your night. Monday mornings, right after the National Wake Up Call, we do what we call is a team rumble. It's called a rumble because it's just an opportunity to like chat. Like, hey, girlfriend, what do we got going for the week? We kind of spit at each other. We, share success. We can even gripe a little, and we help build each other up and hold each other accountable for the week ahead. It's quick and dirty. Some of the time it's just Patty and I. It doesn't matter. We still are going to do it. But like, hop in, call and say, hey, I only got 5 minutes, but dude, I'm following up with people this week and I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit Success Club in the next week. And I got my first commission check, or I've got to start working tomorrow because I want to go on vacation in 2 months. Like, whatever, just shout it out. It's just a rumble. Other than that, thank you guys for your time. This went way longer than I anticipated, and it was badass. I hope that it helped light your fire and answered any questions that you have. I'm still rough around the edges when it comes to public speaking because, like I said, I never was a people person. I was super, super introvert, and every single time I do this, I, want to vomit and my armpits are sweaty. But at the end, I always feel a little bit more whole. So my last piece of advice to you is to do one thing that scares the living daylights out of you every single day. And just know that you're not alone, because everyone who is on this call will all be doing some scary stuff together. So with that said, go enjoy your evenings, snuggle your babies, say hello to your husbands and your partners and your friends. And shout out this opportunity from the freaking rooftops because it's life-changing. That's all for now. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Bye. See you later.